Your business needs help. 56.1 million employees are employed by small businesses in the United States, and 99% of all U.S. establishments are small businesses under 250 employees. That means that your business should be listening to the only podcast dedicated to small business success. That's Growth Success Radio, growthsuccessradio.com. Welcome to this week's episode of Growth Success Radio. Around for a long time. Even when podcasts are no longer relevant, we'll still be around doing this. Yes. This is the only live video podcast dedicated to small business owners' growth and success, hence the name Growth Success Radio. We're live every Friday, 11 a.m., but there's a stipulation to that, I'll explain in a moment. And if you want to listen to or watch or even read about soon past episodes, just go to growthsuccessradio.com. You could also go to iTunes. I forgot to do Facebook Live. You could also go to iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, YouTube, Facebook, a few other places. The stipulation is next Friday and the following Friday, so the 23rd and the 30th, we are off for the holidays because, you know, we both want to eat and get fatter.
Yes.
Dana's looking at me. I think Dana does, is it CrossFit that you're doing?
It's a combination of CrossFit and HIIT classes at Raw Fitness here in the Valley.
Yeah, so I'm going to ask you about that.
Okay.
Who's got Facebook up?
Yeah, that's me.
Always you.
Yeah.
Always.
There we go. I'm done. All right, so now we're live on Facebook. So yeah, we're here to do the year in review, and we're also here to talk about Rogue One. This episode is sponsored by Rogue One in theaters everywhere. So every week I make fun of this, but Kwame's still having a hard time getting in. And you're clicking on. Are you using Firefox, Kwame? So they're featuring try switching to Firefox if you can. They're featuring our podcast before Rogue One. So you go in, you know how they normally have the previews. It's our podcast instead. They just pick random episodes. So,
I wish.
Yeah.
Talk about publicity.
Right? Because the thing is probably sold out. People went yesterday and they said it was really good. So one of my friends who's like Empire Strikes Back is the best one ever said this one is better. So we'll see.
Huh?
We will see. Maybe tonight. I don't know. So this episode, we're going to reconnect with some of our past guests. And we're also going to talk about our futures and our pasts. Not the bad stuff. Not the we're running for president stuff. But yeah. And so we're going to have Dana, as you see, is with us right now. You may remember her. I don't remember what episode it was. It was 40.
Not too long ago. It wasn't too long
ago. But you may remember she's a small business, I guess a growth success person yourself.
Absolutely. Small business growth strategist, in other terms, a business coach and consultant, working directly with business owners and helping them grow their business.
Awesome. We're going to have hopefully Kwame back on. He was the negotiations attorney. Came on to talk to us about how to win at negotiating. We're going to have Hassan Khatib on, I believe. He is the gentleman that is the president of Connecticut Young Professionals, and talk to us about whether or not networking in real life was still relevant. And Joshua Kababian is coming back on. His father is the owner of Kababian's Rugs. He's, I believe he's being prepped to take over.
Yes.
But it's the oldest Oriental rug
You know,
sales.
I would even go further than that. When I was talking to them, I think they're probably one of the oldest small business that's still active
Yes,
in the
they're
United
over
States.
100 years old.
Over 100 years old.
Awesome.
It was like 1890 or something like that. They were open, something like that, but they've been around forever.
We're going to talk about the future of Traeger Insurance, name change,
Okay.
right?
Yes, sir.
And maybe a couple of other interesting things. But before we do that, we know every week we talk about updates. So I'm in digital marketing. Eugene over there is in insurance. This is freeform today, by the way. So if there was ever going to be a blooper reel, it's this episode. All right, here we go. Kwame's on.
Watch this one be our most smooth episode.
Probably, although I would think Kwame might disagree because we're still in the video. We can hear you. We can't see you, though.
Now.
Oh, you can hear me now?
Turn the lights on. Turn the lights on.
I know. Lights are on. Still, I don't know what's going on.
Well, we got audio. That's good. For me, I have updates. I have lots of updates. So you guys may have noticed, or you may not have noticed. You maybe don't care, but Twitter and Instagram both launched live. So now you can stream to Facebook Live, Twitter Live, Instagram Live, all at the same time. Probably not very easily, though. And if you missed it, and this might tie into insurance somewhat, probably not too much, but Yahoo was hacked again. And over 1 billion accounts were compromised this time.
Yahoo is a mess.
I didn't know 1 billion people used Yahoo still.
Well, they probably have 1 billion email addresses registered, so
990 million of those are for fantasy football.
Probably. It's funny you mentioned that. That's I think that when I signed up for Yahoo was for fantasy football when it first came out, like 16, 17 years ago on Yahoo. Or games. Remember Yahoo Games? I think that's when I signed up for Yahoo Games.
Yeah. It's funny because I had someone follow me yesterday on Twitter, and his Twitter handle was Mafia Wars Expert, something like that. And I'm like, if that's your highlight in life, we have to talk.
Mafia Wars Expert.
Eugene, you got anything for us?
Speaking about hacking, I just read that a bank in Turkey got hacked, and now they're on the hook for $4 million. But thankfully, they have insurance. So I've mentioned a few times on the show about cyber liability, and here's a real-world example where it's probably going to be used.
Awesome. Yeah, cyber liability is becoming increasingly more important. 1 billion Yahoo accounts, a bank in Turkey, and I'm sure there's a lot we don't hear about because the powers that be don't want us to know.
And there's Russia hacking.
Yes. Depends on who you ask, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have Dana and Kwame are currently Kwame. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. Am I saying it right?
Yeah, you're saying it right.
All right. Awesome. Good, because otherwise there's going to be Attorney Christian. Dana, both of you were more recent episodes. So we'll start with Dana. Dana, how's it going?
It's going. It's awesome. I can't believe we're down to the last couple of weeks of the year.
That's right.
And I know, so many businesses out there tend to slow down this month. In the business coaching and consulting world, those that want to make this a great month, it's absolutely there because it's the perfect time to really be thinking about where you want to end your year next year. And putting those plans in place. So it's a busy month, and I'm excited. 2017 is looking very good, not just for me, for my clients as well. So it's awesome.
That is awesome. Yes. You made a good point there, and I've business is a little more than 3.5 years old now, and I do tend to slow down this time of the year, but this year not so much. So that's a good thing, right?
Good.
Absolutely.
It's good.
I might need some more insurance soon. So do you have any updates as far as your business goes since we last talked?
Mm-hmm.
I think the big thing, there's not a new offering at this point. There will be by the end of first quarter. And I'm excited by that. But right now, it's just really up-leveling my game by up-leveling my clients' game, and really working and reminding all business owners and business leaders out there that if you're really committed to taking your business to the next level, you need to accept and realize that what got you to where you are today is not going to be all you need to get you to where you want to go. And it's really about just continuing the game of learning and stretching and growing and surrounding yourself with like-minded peeps who are out there to really not just grow their business for what the personal gain is, but really about how you're serving your clients and how you're bettering those around you through the products and services that you offer.
Awesome. So 20.
How was 2016 for you business wise in general?
2016 was very good. I am looking at more than doubling what I did in 2015. So I made a real commitment to make sure as I grow my business that I'm a walking, talking example, and really treating myself as my number one client. Because if I'm not doing what I go out and tell others to me, that's not an integrity. So am I perfect at it? No. Do I have my own mentors and coaches to keep me on the path of growth? Absolutely. But it's also, every time I'm working with clients and working on what strategies they should be putting in place, I'm also assessing what strategies do I need to be implementing? What strategies perhaps have I not been walking my talk in? And what needs to change for me to achieve those results? One key thing right now, while I am not a marketing expert, I do have a marketing degree, and I'm certainly pretty self-sufficient in social media. But the key is right now is the perfect time to map out your themes for 2017 and really think about at least 12 different themes, one each month. And how can you wrap your social media posts, your blog posts, your video posts around those themes to really keep it consistent? And I find if you map it out, if you have your roadmap, whether it's your overall business strategic plan, whether it's your marketing plan, you have the map, then all you need to do is follow it. And you can never say, oh, I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to write about. I don't know what to speak about. Your roadmap is there. Just follow it.
Mm-hmm.
The GPS.
Yeah, exactly.
The GPS is almost never wrong if you're using Google Maps. That's awesome. I'm glad you said that actually, because that's very true that you should develop a calendar of, obviously you're not going to know what you're going to post for 365 days every day, but you should have a general idea of what the strategy is going to be and have a calendar, at least a blog calendar at the very least.
Absolutely. And then a key thing, and I'm sorry to interrupt, is repurpose.
Yes.
So if you write a blog, then shoot a video on it. If you shoot a video on it, have somebody transcribe it, make some edits, and there's a blog. From those blogs, from those video blogs, you can create 30 days worth of social media posts if you really tie it in well. And it's amazing how seamless it can be when you really start working all of that together. And the truth is your audience, some will learn by hearing, some learn by reading, some need both. And just hit them from different levels with what's going to have an impact for them.
That's awesome. Yes. Repurpose. I wrote a blog post not too long ago about how I sort of repurposed an old blog post, and it almost doubled my traffic for 3 or 4 weeks straight. So yes, even from just that perspective, yes, this is the stuff that makes Eugene's head spin. He was telling me yesterday or the day before how he was watching his web developer work, and he doesn't know how he does it.
It doesn't look fun to design a website. You have to have a lot of patience.
You know what I don't have fun doing?
Absolutely.
Paying my insurance bills. That's awesome.
There's auto pay features. You just set on auto.
Yeah, but that still doesn't feel good.
You'll like paying for claims without insurance? Even worse.
Yeah.
How's that? Think about
All
what
right,
it'll
all
cost
right.
you to
How
not
much did
have
Eugene pay you to say that?
that.
Kwame.
Well, it's no different than not hiring a business coach. What is it costing you by not stretching yourself?
Actually, I did like something else you said. You also have coaches and mentors, and I think that no matter where you are, and everybody will tell you this. Anybody in business who's doing well, no matter what level they're at. So even Tony Robbins, I'm sure, has somebody mentoring him. You know, even Gary Vee has people mentoring him, right? So no matter
Yep.
where you are, somebody's mentoring you, or somebody should be, or they should be anyway, coaching or mentoring. So that was awesome too.
Absolutely. And it's not just the active mentors. It's also, who are you reading? Who are you listening to? Those are mentors as well.
Kwame,
That's true.
you there?
Greetings. Oh yeah, I'm still here.
How are you doing? Well, we can't tell because it's just
I
a
can't tell you.
I know,
blank
I'm-
screen there.
I'm like a ninja. My presence is
Ninja.
felt but not heard.
Hey, we had a ninja on our show before, you know.
What?
We really did. Matt, he owns 3 karate schools. We talked about membership economy with him. But he owns 3 karate schools with lots of students. My son's one of his students, so that's how I know him. But
Oh, very cool.
yeah, so we had a real life ninja. He's I think he's an 8th degree black belt now.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it went that high.
Wouldn't want to cross paths with him in a wrong way.
No, it's funny. We had a belt test last Saturday for all of his schools, and they had to change locations because there's so many people testing. And I said, this is probably the safest place to be on the East Coast today because there's like black belts all over the place. And yeah. So Kwame, how's your 2016 looking?
2016 was great. It was really good.
And tell us again what you do.
Yeah, so I'm a lawyer by trade. I have my own law firm where I work with entrepreneurs and small business owners. But this year I started a consulting firm where I offer negotiation consulting services and put on negotiation seminars. And so that has been growing rapidly, and I've been really excited about that one too, because the negotiation side is really where my passion lies. You know, I'm trained as a lawyer, but my passion is in the negotiation. My background is in psychology. My degree is in psych, and so it's cool to get back to that.
It's awesome.
Dana can't hear Kwame.
Really?
Right. I wasn't hearing anything he said.
Oh, we can hear him.
We can hear him perfectly.
Hopefully it comes out in the recording.
Kwame, I can hear you.
Okay.
See, there you go. There's the blooper reels.
There you go.
Didn't take long. So,
Right.
Kwame, what are your marketing plans for 2017? Anything different than this year?
Yeah, actually, this is perfect timing on this because I'm going to be focusing heavily on social media now. It's funny, I've really neglected that. It's just something that I know I need to do, but I never did, or at least I never did effectively. So I'm setting up systems and getting systems in place to make sure that my social media is in a good position, so I could actually utilize some of that to drive more traffic to the podcast, which is really my main focus.
And how's the podcast going?
It's going really well. We should hit probably next week or by the last week of December, we should hit about 20,000 downloads for the year. And the last episode, you're hearing this before my listeners. I left it as a teaser for them, but I got the former coach of the Buckeyes, Jim Tressel.
Nice.
He's going to be on the show talking about persuasive leadership.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that. It was a great interview. He was really generous with his time, and he had a lot of great info because it's interesting in his position. He's of course, he was a really successful football coach, but now he's incredibly successful as the president of a university. So it was interesting to hear his take on leadership and how those skills translate in both situations.
So Dr. Jeff is in the chat room. He was also a previous guest, and he's not able to hear you either, Kwame. So I'm not sure what's going on. But
This is weird. Let me.
Dr. Jeff, are you able to? He's a chiropractor, by the way. Are you able to hear Eugene and I and Dana? Yes. Okay. So he's concerned because he said people are just staring at me and Eugene, but so you should be able to see three of us at least.
Well, what's wrong with that? If people are just staring at us.
Yeah, well, Eugene's okay with people stalking apparently.
Yeah.
So we're talking to Kwame Christian, attorney Kwame Christian, who was on a few weeks or maybe a couple months ago. And he specialized. I don't know. I don't think I can say specializes, but his focus is negotiations, and he's got what is it? The American Institute of Negotiation. Is that right, Kwame?
I think he might have left to try to fix something.
Okay. Well, it's the American Institute of Negotiation. It still shows it's there, but
Should we ask Dr. Jeff to join?
yeah, he just American Negotiation Institute. Okay, so I just got the words backwards. It's all right, Kwame. We've hopefully it comes out in the recording. That's probably the most important piece. Yeah, Dr. Jeff, if you want to come on, I'll send you an invite with a link. The other two guests haven't popped in yet, so.
Oh, wait.
Oh, there's Kwame again. Let's see what happens.
I can hear you and see you, but can you hear me now, Dan?
All right, Dana can hear you. Awesome. Dr. Jeff, can you hear him?
Is he talking? Because I can't hear.
Try again. Oh no.
You can't hear him now?
I can't hear him.
Jeez.
Neither can Dr. Jeff.
This is so weird.
But
What's
Dana
going
can
on
hear
over
him?
there? But Dana can hear him. You've been bumped, Eugene. Sorry.
I'll just exit the screen.
You should just put like this. Do what was that character's name? And you just saw his eyes and nose over.
Oh,
the
Mr. Wilson.
Is it cartoon?
Wilson too. Wilson did it too, but there was a cartoon character. I think that was the Wilson character was based on it. But anyway, let's just listen to Dana, Dr. Jeff. Yeah, but that's not fair to Kwame. Okay, he said it's better to roll with Dana. Dana, keep talking for us.
Keep talking.
So, just so we all know, Kwame is again, he's got the American Negotiation Institute. I believe that's the website. And there's a bunch of free stuff on there if you sign up, and he talks to you about even how to negotiate a better deal when you're buying a car. And we have links to his episode has links to all of that stuff on his site. So go check that out. Whether you want to buy a new car, you need to negotiate a better deal with a client or a business you're working with or something, anything. It's an awesome website. A lot of good information on there. So check that out. But it sounds like 2017 is going to be big for him. So good luck with that, Attorney Christian. So Dana, what does your 2017 look like?
2017 is going to be exciting. My goal is to at least double my revenue again. The outrageous goal would be to triple it, which means I'm really getting out there and looking at ways to leverage my time, which means, of course, I continue my one-on-one work with clients, and I have a specific cap on how many clients I'll work with privately so that I can grow my business. Because if I just focus solely on one-on-one, I know I'm not leveraging who all I can be supporting with my time. So there'll be some group launches, some high-end mastery programs to really dive in and help an intimate group of business owners take their business to the next level. I continue to really want to explore the opportunity to speak to organizations and groups, not just locally, but around the country. And talking about mentoring earlier, I joined a program, and I have the opportunity to continue my own mentoring and my growth. The two leaders of the training I've joined are Susanna Evans and Larry Wingett, who are two New York Times bestsellers, multiple seven-figure business owners who are really focusing on how you sell from the stage and how you earn money as keynote speakers. So that's an avenue that I'll be exploring this coming year. And just really also, I'm at the point where I need to be bringing in other team members. And I can't just have a little bit of help here and a little bit of help there. I want to very strategically start adding experts to my team who can be really doing some of my content building, helping me with the sales or the marketing funnels online, so that I can take my time also and create some products, so that I can be sharing and supporting even more business owners and business leaders. Given I had 20 years in corporate consulting, I'm also moving the direction of doing some team building workshops and courses with sales teams, so that while they may be part of a team, they're also building their own business. So getting a little more into some executive level coaching and team building as well. And you didn't ask this, but I'm just going to put it out there. If one of you are willing to step into a hot seat and want to talk about one of your big challenges in your business, I would be more than happy to start sharing some advice on avenues to go to really work around those challenges. Or if anyone listening wants to do that, I will put that out there as well.
I think Eugene is still gun shy from having his LinkedIn profile.
I don't mind being on the hot seat. I'm always okay with the hot seat.
And I just saw Kwame, he's saying he missed out. Kwame, I would be happy to jump on a call with you privately after this.
I'm off.
Well, I know Traeger's going through a transition.
But that's not really a challenge right now. I mean, our biggest challenge, I would say my biggest challenge, is probably motivating the people that we have working for us, so they can get to the next level. I mean, we have them as contractors, but we still have to motivate them so they can, sell and do what they need to do. So that's probably one of the biggest challenges I have. That's always on the back of my mind.
And that is definitely, I think, a common challenge when you're leading a team. And I would say the key there is to spend a little time with each individual person to find out what their why is. We always hear Simon Sinek, who's really wrote the book on Start With Your Why. And everyone is motivated for different reasons. I mean, I think ultimately we all go into business for either the desire to have more time freedom or more financial freedom. Sometimes it's a combination. But it's not just, if you go into it for financial freedom, it's not just about the money. It's dig deeper. What does that money allow you to bring into your life? That would be more of the why. Is it retirement? Is it vacation? Is it to retire your parents, retire your spouse, put your kids through college? What is each individual team member's why? Because then you will know how to specifically and strategically motivate each of them.
Okay.
And you can collectively motivate a team. However, I think you'll gain even greater strides by really knowing the individual and what they're after creating.
Okay.
Awesome. We like getting free stuff on it.
Scott, your turn.
So mine will probably take more time. But anyway, I'm curious, Dana. We're going to change subjects a little bit.
Okay.
After the first time you came on, you and I think Eugene and you also did, but became friends on Facebook. And so I see you posting workout day 5, week 3. And how is it? I mean, everybody knows why you work out, but I want to know, does that affect your business life?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'll be the first to admit, I go in cycles. Sometimes I'm on it with my health and fitness and my diet, and sometimes I'm not. And what's amazing is I don't always realize the loss when I'm not exercising, because eventually it becomes the norm if you go for too long of a stretch. What I'm reminded of when I get back into an exercise program is that I'm raising the game in all areas of my life. And I'm going to quote the title of a book by one of my mentors, The Way You Do Anything is the Way You Do Everything, by Suzanne Evans. And it's true. When you start living more intentionally in any one area of your life, you tend to bring more intention to your entire life. And so I could even tell during the last 6 weeks, I was part of a challenge. It was basically drop 20 in 6. And so it was a very, very restricted, clean, very, very clean diet, and attempting to get minimum of 4, hopefully at least 6 50-minute workouts in a week. And I could even start telling that if I worked out in the morning, how I performed that day was different than the days that I may have had an early breakfast meeting, so I didn't work out till the afternoon. I brought a different level of energy that day than when I had worked out at 5 or 6 in the morning. So, and it's what I love about the gym that I'm going to is literally the trainers are out there pushing you and reminding you that your body will go where your mind takes it. And the truth is that's the same in business. Mm-hmm. Our business will grow where our mind and our actions take us. So I think there's incredible parallels. You don't get healthy and fit by accident or by chance. It's really by diligent, intentional effort. And that's the same with relationships, with finances, with your business.
That's good advice. And you know, it's funny because you read, you know, you always see these memes where what does a multimillionaire do differently than other people? And one of them is the first thing they do in the morning is work out.
Yep.
Even if it's 30 minutes. Eugene likes to work out at 10 o'clock at night. I don't know what that's about. But.
Well, it's absolutely true. And I think if if you've seen Tony Robbins, I'm Not Your Guru, what a powerful glimpse into his life on the rituals that he's created on a daily basis. And I'm very careful to use the word rituals versus routine. And it really, this past year, that got clear for me. A routine, to me, almost feels like an obligation. But when you establish a ritual for yourself in your day, in your morning, in your habits, I think a ritual is something you honor, you hold sacred, you put time on your calendar, and that's non-negotiable. I also read a book this year, The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod, which was all about how you're investing your time that first hour in your day. And it includes, silence, so your meditation, your affirmations, your visualization, your exercise, your reading. Are you putting at least 10 minutes a day into personal growth and development? And then journaling. And so many people talk about the benefits of that. And now there's literally studies showing the benefits of that. And again, it's all about what intention you're bringing to your day. And are you leading your day, or are you allowing the day to lead you? And I think that's quite honestly why so many businesses, small businesses, fail in the first couple of years, is they forget that they need to lead it. So even when they get pulled into working in the weeds of being in their business, if they're not putting time working on their business, it is not being led.
So do you do the ice water thing that Tony Robbins does?
I do not do the plunge into ice water, although he even referenced it, that even when you're taking a shower, to be alternating every 30, 60, 90 seconds between warm and cold water. So while I don't completely alternate that, I have gotten to a point where I end the shower with 30 or 60 seconds of cold water.
I've done that. I have not done the ice. Although if you stepped outside any of our doors here in Connecticut today, it's the same.
Absolutely. You'd become a walking ice cube.
It's like 9 degrees right now outside. It's disgusting. Way too cold.
Yes.
I won't tell you what it is here.
I'm sure it's double digits at least.
Yes. Tomorrow we have a low of 49.
Roughly.
Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be the high. Eugene, let's talk about Traeger Resnitsky. Is it officially Traeger
Once
Resnitsky yet?
the attorney files the paperwork, yes.
Awesome. Is that Attorney Fournier
Yes.
by any chance?
Yeah.
Nice. We had Joe Fournier on last week. was hoping he'd come back on again this week, but he's been on 3 times now, and he talks to us about business law. And last week we talked about
The employment that's
there's
going on. The employment law changes. And
yeah. So right now it's like if you're an exempt employee and you make 20, I think it's like 22 or 26,000, something like that. They don't have to pay you overtime. If you make more than that dollar amount, it's going to get raised to like 47,000 or something. But that's been put in a stay. But anyway, that was Fournier is handling some of Eugene Traeger insurance stuff. What's 2016 look like for you, Eugene?
2016? 2016 was an amazing year for us. I mean, it was our 3rd year in business. We doubled our book size. So that was amazing, just to double what we did for the first 2 years in 1 year. Actually, we actually more than doubled our book size. I think it was like 110% so far growth. It was just an amazing year. I mean, I can't have any complaints about 2016 in terms of business. The commercial started to take off. So everything's been going well so far.
What do you think 2017 looks like?
Hopefully we'll get close to that. I wouldn't say double, but if we can grow by another 50%, I would say that would be a successful year. We're moving, so that's always puts a little question mark about what the growth is going to look like, and what we're going to do in the new area. So it's going to be interesting. Like I said, 50% I would say 50% of our total book size growth, that would be a great year.
So I'm going to use a little Grant Cardone on you and tell you, if you want to grow 50%, then we're going to make it 500%. All right. Make it happen.
So those numbers are kind of vague. I mean, we run into one big commercial case and we can triple our book. You just never know.
Okay, so make it happen.
Give me a good referral.
I gave you a few. Jeez, tough. The audience is tough today, Dana.
Anything else?
What was your favorite, hopefully nobody gets offended by this, but what was your favorite episode of Growth Success Radio this year?
That's a tough one.
Yeah, we had a lot of good people on.
Well, it would have to be, I just read what Dr. Jeff said. I would have to be probably the Grant Cardone one. Because it's Grant Cardone, and I think it was our, first or second one going Facebook Live?
It was our first one on
Facebook Live, which you and I have been waiting for like a year to get to happen. And then to have the first one with Grant Cardone, I think that was probably the most favorite one, just for that fact. It was a game-changing episode.
Yes, he's got a lot of energy, that guy.
What about you, Scott? What was your favorite?
That was definitely one of them. I don't know if there was one favorite. That one was definitely one of them. Of course I'm an analytics guy, so I keep going back and checking to see how many downloads were on iTunes and everything. And actually, Dana, yours is a very popular episode.
Awesome.
The one with Sandra, LinkedIn, what is it? The LinkedIn for Personal Branding episode. That one I liked a lot because, that's right up my alley, social media, And so that's her book. We've had a lot of authors on this year. Towards the end of the year, really. We had Grant on. We had Sandra on. We had an accidental. We didn't know she was an author.
Gallery, right? The gallery.
Yeah, Bridget Mayer, that was a good show too. And that one is actually very popular as well. She started from literally nothing, growing up in really tough conditions, and turned it into, now she has a very high-end gallery that does extremely well. She's a 7-figure income, and so a great story there. Pick yourself up and dust yourself off. We're going to do a little quoting of Aaliyah here. We miss you, Aaliyah. Yeah, so there's a lot. I don't think I could put my finger on one. I think the ones with the authors are seem to be the most fun.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just the creativity part
I
of it
was
that
gonna
makes
say
it
that
more
they're
interesting.
creative and they're usually well spoken, so that makes it interesting.
Yes.
What does that say about us non-authors?
I'm trying. I've got the
That
first
we're
chapter
all
done.
non-creative.
I've got the first chapter done. So does that count for anything? I write a lot of blog posts.
Exactly.
So do
I'm
you,
like, I've
Dana.
been published in a few magazines.
There you go. That's an author.
There you go.
Did we lose you?
You're a published author. You've been published somewhere, so.
Me?
No, Dana.
Yeah. Dana's published. Once you have a blog, you're published. I mean, that's it. You're published after that.
Mhm.
Right?
You're published too,
So,
Scott.
guest blogs. Get on that blog. Do I have to get John on here? Oh, we had John fill in
Yeah.
this year too. So Dr. Jeff there is talking about John Colley, who's what is his actual
VP
title
of
in your
Brand
office?
Development.
VP of Brand Development. Okay. If you met this guy, he's
Mhm.
definitely creative. So we just had a Christmas party last week, holiday party, and he shows up in a suit, and he does this a lot, by the way. And what was the pattern on
I think
the
he had
suit? I don't
snowflakes.
remember. Yeah, so it was a blue suit,
Baby
like,
blue almost.
baby blue. Yeah, that's a good. And all snowflakes through the pants and the
And
jacket,
and the tie.
everything. In the tie, right? Matching tie. And you would have thought, like, the first thing that came to my mind when I saw him was the Riddler. I don't know if you guys, a little Batman there
Yep.
for you. But he's very creative, obviously, because the way he dresses, right? And I forgot. Oh, he was on. He filled in for Eugene.
I don't
What show was
remember.
that?
It was a while back.
Yeah, he filled
did.
in for
He
Eugene
did fill in for
once.
me once.
He was really excited.
He's naturally excited. That's his natural state, is just excited. He's a fun guy. That's why we have him. That's why he wears those suits, because he's a fun guy. He actually got us an appointment with one of our carriers that we now represent by wearing a crazy suit to an event.
I
So
could
the
see
guy
how that
looked
would
at him, he's like, "What's your deal?" I was like, "In a suit, in a room full of, navy blue and dark suits. I think he wore, I forgot what he wore. I think he wore a suit like tulips or something on it, something crazy." And the guy asked him what his deal was. So that's how they started talking. And next thing you know, we have an appointment with one of the carriers that now we represent, are able to offer our clients.
Wear crazy suits. That's
But you
what
got to
we
be able
learned
to
today.
pull it off. Like if I wore a crazy suit, I don't think I could pull it off. That's just.
I don't think I could either.
Um,
I'm about the socks and the ties. That's what I'm all about.
Okay.
Yeah, so tough to nail down one episode for sure.
very difficult.
Of course, Dr. Jeff was fun. We learned how to not crack our knuckles
Mhm.
the wrong way.
You got,
Yeah. There's a right way and a wrong way to crack your knuckles. I never knew that. My mother used to always tell me, if you crack your knuckles, they're going to get big.
Yep.
Well, that's not true. There is a
I think
right
he
way
said
to
you
do
got
it.
to pull.
Pull. Yeah. Which makes sense because that's what when you go to get a massage, that's what they do. Yeah. You guys are on the ball.
We try to
See?
be.
You get an A in
We
listening
paid
and
attention.
repeating.
So from a Growth Success Radio standpoint, I am working on getting episodes transcribed. So we're starting with last week's episode, and I'll little by little go back to previous episodes. So they'll also be completely transcribed at some point. So that'll be awesome. Right? People, one of the things that we're learning now that video is huge.
Mhm.
But people like to see talking heads. Depending on where they are, they see the talking heads, but they can't listen, so they want to read
I
it.
agree with that.
Yes,
Gary
I
Vee's
do
good
it.
at that.
So-
All his videos have words on the bottom, so if you can't listen,
Yeah, well, Gary Vee's got thousands of people working for him too. So
it's hard to keep.
I have nobody really. I have a part-time guy helping me out.
You get some help.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you on YouTube you can do it. You just turn on closed captioning. So doesn't look like Josh and Hassan are going to be joining us because it's
Josh
now
texted me. He got
11:45.
somebody that came into the store, so he's not going to be able to join us. And his son, I have no idea.
It's my turn with the ringer.
Usually me.
Yeah. All right, Dana, do you have any thoughts for us as we head into the new year?
No, I guess my one big thought is invest the time in planning. Plan your year. Wow. Plan your year, plan your month, all the way down to planning your week, and invest time, 5 to 10 minutes every single day to plan out the following day. And I think I talked about that the last time I was here. Brian Tracy reported on a study years ago that says for every 1 minute that you invest in planning, you save 10 minutes in implementation and execution time. So you put 10 minutes a day into planning, you're saving up to 90 minutes a day in implementation and execution. And so often we talk about our biggest challenge is time. There's not enough hours in the day to get everything done that we want to get done. Invest 10 minutes and you just got 90 minutes of your day back. And when you do the math over an entire year, that comes out to 546 hours of saved time in implementation and execution. And that's huge. So for all of us who have talked about we want some significant growth next year, we could even take half those hours and invest it in the business and still take the other half and invest it into our lives outside of the office, to our family, to our relationships, to our health, our hobbies. That is, if I were to say just one tool, that is one of the most valuable tools we all have in our toolbox.
I would agree. Brian Tracy is one of those authors on my shelf here. I have like a bookcase, and then I have the shelf. The shelf has the favorites, so he's on the shelf. He made it to the shelf. Somebody let him know.
Awesome.
Maybe we can get him
Good.
on next year.
It's also amazing how like the little things end up adding up over the course of a year.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
And it's to celebrate those little things as they're happening, because you talked about motivation and how to motivate a team. I think if you're also encouraging the habit of celebrating what they've accomplished on a daily basis, it becomes a snowball effect, because then they want to go out and accomplish even more. Same for ourselves.
Yes, the snowball effect could work both ways too, so be careful. Yes. Dr. Jeff, since you're still in the chat there, anything you'd like to share about 2016 or what 2017 is looking like? You think 2017 will adjust from 2016? Get it. I mean, he does this to us every week, so it was my turn.
A little improv. I like it.
I've heard many times, slow and steady, always, I think he means wins the race. And I've also heard to grow at the speed of growth. I like that. Grow at the speed of growth.
Interesting. Very
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't think slow and steady wins. I think, yes, habits win, developed habits. Because, the reverse of that is also true. If you develop bad habits, then you're going to lose.
Consistency is always key.
Consistency is key.
And I would encourage consistent growth in, just growing who you are as the leader of you. I'm a firm believer in, the saying that you're either growing or you're decaying. There is no status quo, because if you allow yourself to get stuck in status quo, you're actually decaying.
Awesome. Eugene, what do you think?
I think
about, final thoughts for 2016. This is our last episode of the year, so we're off for the next 2 weeks. So I'll put this part of the closing in now. We're back on January, what is it? 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. January 6th with Miguel Almodovar. I'm not sure I'm saying that right. And he's another attorney. We love attorneys on the show too, Dana. But his focus is we're really having him on for collections. So getting the bills paid for businesses is kind of the focus of that episode, which I think that's a good way to start 2017, right?
His
get paid.
specialty is, I guess you would say, litigation law, which would fall under collections and landlord disputes, all that fun stuff.
Dr. Jeff likes you, Dana.
I see
Dana
that.
was awesome. Everything she said was on target. In answer to your, oh no, I'm getting this pop up in my way. Question: you have to believe in yourself. Yes, that is also very important, Dr. Jeff. Believe in yourself, because if you don't, nobody else will. Awesome. There's some really good stuff coming out of this episode.
This is like old.
Yeah.
This is on like Gary Vee's level and everything else.
Well, nobody's swearing.
Without the swearing.
Yeah.
I love what Jeff said, because while I said planning is one of the top, and I think I said if you were to pick one tool, that's a great tool, I would actually jump in and actually say there's one before it, and it's your mindset. Because your mindset will dictate your results, always. If you believe in yourself and you believe you can, you will. If you believe you can't, you're right. That same old saying, if you believe you can or if you believe you can't, you're right.
Yeah. If you go in defeated, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yep.
You'll be just like the New York Jets. I'm a Jets fan.
My condolences for your season.
Yeah, that's awesome stuff. I think that is right. And yeah, Dr. Jeff will get you on again in 2017. People should pay a regular visit to the chiropractor, of course. Take care of your health. It's important. So we learned a lot today. Get up at 5 a.m. or, I'm up at 5:45 anyway, most days. So in my case, I'd probably get up at 4:30 to work out. That helps you develop. That helps your day in reality, right? So a lot of people get up and where's my Starbucks? As Eugene's looking for his right now.
I don't do Starbucks.
I don't drink coffee. No. I would also say, and you see a lot of this from different perspectives, different reasons why people want to do this, but start buying local more. Okay, because if you're spending locally, that money's going back into the local economy. Whereas if you're always at Walmart, then you're just lining John Walton's pockets. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if Walmart hires me as their marketer, then I'm going to say something. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to charge them a lot more than I charge a small business.
I hope so.
Yes. Well, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Would you insure Walmart?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I haven't thought about it, but I'm sure I would.
It's been an interesting year. I think for Growth Success Radio, it's been an interesting. I would agree with that statement. It's been a very interesting year for us. We've had some really great guests on. Thank you, Dana, again. Thank you, Dr. Jeff was on. Thank you, Kwame. I think he left. Asan, who was supposed to be on. Actually, Josh just came in.
Oh,
Josh, if you want to join us for a quick minute and update us, there he is. Look at that. He's going to extend our episode today. We're going to go past an hour.
Can you see and hear me?
We can see and hear you. Awesome. Is that one of your rugs behind us?
Yeah.
Behind you?
It is a contemporary rug right there. Very modern.
it is.
So tell us again about Kebabians.
Kebabians imports and sells the best rugs manufactured in Eastern countries, so Asia. We mostly import from Afghanistan, Nepal, and Iran now that sanctions have been lifted. The rug behind us is actually a modern Persian rug from Iran. Mm-hmm.
Nice. And you guys have been in business for a long time. How long?
Since 1882. So you can do the math.
Long time.
It's Friday. I don't know about that. What's that? That's
35 years around there. 34.
Yeah, 135 years in a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of weeks, it'll be 130. 135 sounds a lot longer, so we're going to go with that.
Mm-hmm.
That 5 just makes it like...
Yeah.
So with that being said, Josh, we've had some conversations, and you have a new website. Right. So you've been in business. Well, not you, because you're not 135 years old. But your business, the business has been around for 135 years. But you got a new website. So tell us why you thought that was important, because you thought it was important.
Yes. So I think the two things I would say, number one, just the way that people start their search for most products is through research. My generation's especially that way. At least if it's going to be something over $10 even. People are going to, quickly check what other people have said about it, read testimonials, or they'll want to do their research and understand what the products are that they're considering. And having a website where people can see the product, read a little bit about it, search for it, see what what you have, and also have pricing out there. Have transparency with how you run your business. I think all those things help. Number two, I would say, is that given our location, we don't have the biggest box location that we'd want to have like many stacks of rugs in an easy location. To be honest, we don't have like our own parking. All these things, really the best way to show our products is through doing this well. I think starting. For example, if we had a very big warehouse location, good location, I wouldn't have been as incentivized to do the website that we're doing and invest as much in the photography and everything. But I'm glad we did, because I think that long term it's still going to go more and more that direction, regardless of how fantastic your brick and mortar is.
Awesome. And you said something there. Eugene's probably chomping at the bit here, but your generation, you're a millennial. You're a younger millennial, I think. I'm not sure what your age is, but I think you're a younger millennial.
27.
Because Eugene's like on the fringe of Gen
I'm like
X.
the cusp of millennial. I'm like the last year. What was considered millennial.
They search, they research, they go to the internet first. Even if they know they're going to go to Kebabians, or they know they want to work with Dana, or they know they want insurance from Traeger Insurance, they research first because they want to go in knowing what they're talking about.
Yeah.
But everybody searches differently. So with that being said, the number one search engine in the world is Google. However, number two is YouTube, which is owned by Google. And for millennials, number one is YouTube. So I know that Josh has a plan to create some videos as well.
That's a good point. I do, for example, like when I have questions, I find myself typing them into YouTube instead of Google now, often because I want to be able to listen to it while I'm making my breakfast or doing stuff, just because I'm moving around. Yeah, so that makes sense.
So remember that, everybody. They're going to research. Even if they know they want to work with you already, they're still going to research because they want to know what they're talking about when they talk with you. They don't want to be, there's probably, some of it is probably being cautious. They don't want to get burned, When you go buy a car, you don't want to pay $10,000 extra for that car. That's why you talk to Kwame first about how to negotiate. Yeah. He left, but I'm still plugging him. You don't want to get burned on the price of the car. You want to know what you're going into.
Even if on a referral, our generation would still research that person or that business. Which is what we do.
Absolutely.
Well, I do that, so I think I have somewhat of a millennial mindset, even though
your hair would say otherwise.
This is by choice. It's by choice.
Yeah.
You don't think this is by choice? I chose to have the kids that did this. Awesome, Josh. You came on. We were about to wrap up, so
I'm glad I was able to.
Hope
just
you don't feel bad.
Hi.
Yes.
And,
so tell everybody. Let's go.
Lady's name.
This is Dana. This is Dana.
All right. Nice to meet you, Dana.
Hi,
Handshake.
Josh. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you point your mouse over the image, it tells you who it is, except
Oh, I'm
it
sorry.
doesn't do mine.
Actually, this
Yeah.
is very.
Well, you know,
I like this Who's a thing.
and you're on Facebook Live right now too, Josh. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, well, I'm all about that. Sure.
Once we figure out Twitter Live, you're in big trouble.
All right. Well. There you go.
So there you go. The one of the oldest small businesses in the country is utilizing modern technology, new website, social media, video. They're on Facebook Live right now. So awesome job, Josh,
Okay.
on understanding that
Mm-hmm.
even though you guys were used to doing business a certain way for so long, that method doesn't work for everybody. It doesn't work for a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah. And actually,
So Josh, tell us.
go ahead. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say that it's surprising how comfortable people are spending money online, even on big dollar items. It surprised me, but once people have trust, they're willing to spend money on rugs too. Good rugs. Yep. Right.
Good rugs.
Yeah.
And you say good rugs. Tell us about the good rugs real quick.
What
does that mean?
Yeah, so I would just say it's the type of manufacturing, whether a rug is hand knotted or tufted or machine made, all that matters, but the ingredients really is huge. The quality of the wool. I mean, there's many different grades of wool, and it makes a big difference in the how long the product will last, how it will feel, well, how it looks, everything, and then dyes as well. Whether the dyes are something that's going to bleed or something that's going to be able to be scrubbed with soap and not have the colors run. All those things matter a lot if you want to have a rug that lasts longer than 5 years. So.
And how do people find you?
Word of mouth primarily, and then I think.
No, I mean, people listening. How do they find more information about Kebabians?
All right. Kebabian. Just Google that, and you can find me on LinkedIn.
Well, then
you can find me on Facebook. I don't really use Twitter, to be honest. You can, and the website is up. So you just Google Kebabian and it should come up. And it's a unique name,
awesome.
So there's not going to be any others, really. Yeah. Yeah.
Dr. Jeff says we've gone from brick and mortar to click and order. It's awesome. That might be the success hack.
Eugene, sit up,
Eugene,
dude.
sit up. I gotta straighten our backs out now. Everybody, straighten your back.
That's good.
Hey, Dr. Jeff, while you're still in the chat, tell us what is your website so we can tell everybody. I think it's trying to remember.
I was going to ask
there it is,
Dr.
Jeff Arnell. So it's drjeffarnel.com. So those of you looking to get your back adjusted or be told to sit up straight, he joins us every week in the chat. So Dr. Jeff, we really appreciate that. I know a lot of people watch us on Facebook Live. You're probably one of the few that actually come into Whoza and chat with us. So thank you for that. Dana, thank you for coming back on.
I was going to ask Dr. Jeff if I get bonus points for sitting on a stability ball chair and engaging my core and sitting upright.
Do we have a bonus point system here, Dr. Jeff? For her, I'm going to say he's going to say yes. Absolutely. There you go.
Stronger than yes.
When you're in Connecticut, next time you're in Connecticut, make sure you visit Dr. Jeff. I think he's in Milford.
Absolutely. I used to have a number of clients in my former life in Connecticut.
That's great.
I would love that any small business owner listening, any business leader listening who is really serious and committed to taking their business to the next level next year, I am happy to offer a complimentary next level strategy call. So you can email me at dana@danaearhart.com. You can find me on Facebook, LinkedIn, and now Instagram this past year as well. And that's DANAEARHART.
I think I do follow you on Instagram, right? I think I do.
I think so.
I think I
Was
remember
that
seeing
somewhere? I just saw you had a very cute post about when your 3-year-old asks you to dance,
That cut out.
you dance. Is
Wait, I had a very
that
what?
you? You had a great post
Yes.
that when your 3-year-old asks you to dance, you drop
Yeah, that was on
everything and you
Facebook.
dance with her.
Yes. Yeah.
That was awesome.
I would love to see a video of Scott dancing.
No. That's
Me
as
too.
far as it goes.
Dude,
Scott
I
still
know.
listens to 8-Track. How did you know, Dr. Jeff? Has he been in my car?
8-track. 8-track.
Track. Josh is laughing. He probably doesn't even know what 8-Track is.
no, I do. I've heard of it.
Heard of it, see?
I've never seen one, but I've heard of it.
It's pretty much, it's similar to cassette tape. A little
It's a
bigger.
really big cassette
Yeah,
tape.
Yeah, a little bigger.
yeah, right. That's cool. That's cool.
Eugene, tell
Very
us about
vintage.
Traeger for the last time in 2016.
Tell you
Yeah.
guys about Trigger. Well, we are, like I said, in the process of big moves. But one thing will stay the same. We will still speak insurance, so you don't have to.
And
Yeah.
right now, is it still going to be TraegerInsurance.com?
It's going to change to TraegerResnitsky.com.
Okay.
All right. Got to do that 301. What do you call it?
The 301 redirect. Yes, the 301 redirect. I had a little talk with Josh.
301
a few days ago.
redirect.
We'll also
Yeah.
have a unique 404 page, 404 error page.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
John's using his creativity, huh?
Yes.
Nice.
The 404 page is going to be a picture of you, Scott.
Is it? Awesome.
Yes.
It's great. Hey, listen, I have some new
Dancing.
headshots. I'll send one over. So for me, again, it's scottgumbar.com. For this show, it's growthsuccessradio.com. We've been toying with the idea of changing it to growthsuccess.tv. So we'll see where that goes. Honestly, I just don't feel like doing all the 301 redirects. So Josh, you take care of them. Now you know what to do, so you do it.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's it. That's it for 2016. It's been a great ride, and we'll be back on January. What did I say? January 6th with
That's
Miguel Almodovar.
Mhm.
His name is
Jacobs and Rozic.
Jacobs and Rozic. That's right. And we're gonna talk about getting paid.
One of the most important things in business is getting paid.
That's right. We're not doing this. We're not doing this because we want to go hungry and lose our house.
Correct.
That's right.
Yeah.
Happy holidays. You know, whatever each of you celebrates. For me, it's Christmas. So Merry Christmas. And Happy New Year. Be safe.
Happy New Year.
Enjoy your families. Stay warm for most of us. Not Dana, because 49 degrees. It's like a heat wave.
It might get in the 30s at night. We might hit
Might.
freezing.
We haven't seen freezing, above freezing in a couple of days here.
I just have a quick holiday insurance tip for all the business owners that might be watching and for you guys. If you have a insurance policy, general liability policy, and you throw a party and you serve alcohol, but you don't charge people for it, it will be covered if you get brought into a lawsuit.
So that's your homeowners.
No,
Oh,
just
for the
either
business.
For the business, yeah.
Business. Okay, gotcha.
It will be covered. Well, not 100%. I can't say that for a fact, 100%, but it's not going to be excluded. As long as you don't really charge people.
All right.
All right?
Do gifts count
Free
as charging?
drinks.
So, it's written as if you're in the business of distributing or selling.
Oh, so for bar owners, it doesn't. Gotcha.
Like if you just have for example, if we throw a holiday party and we have liquor, somebody gets drunk, gets into a car accident, we get brought in, our liability policy will essentially cover that, even though it's liquor related.
Hey, with that being said, people, take the keys, all right? Don't let people drive drink.
Don't drive drunk, though.
Yeah. Call Uber. Throw up in their car.
Uber, Lyft, or call Josh Kababian. He'll pick you up.
Yeah, right. In my Subaru Outback. All right.
All right.
It's been real.
Thanks, Dr. Jeff. All right, guys. Have a great one. Have a good weekend. Have a
Glad
good
I got to
holiday.
see you
All right.
guys. Nice meeting you. And have a good one. Happy New
Nice
Year.
meeting you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.